Yo, I'm back. Sorry about last week, kinda got sick and had to go out of town, so I couldn't film or do anything for the YouTube channel, make videos, so I'm back at it again. I'm gonna be doing weekly videos from now on, video once a week so I don't get too overwhelmed with stuff. But today we're gonna be talking about different things. So last video we talked about the mods on the car, but today we're gonna be talking about how much it costs to buy those mods. How much money from my McDonald's paycheck that I spend every time I got money. Well, today we're gonna figure that out. So jumping straight into it, the first mod that I ever did on this car was the NVIDIA N1 catback, which is still sitting right in front of me. I was gonna still put it up on the wall, but I've been too lazy to do that. But that one cost me around $1,100. This was back in 2020, so the prices have changed since then. This is the stainless steel one. I really wanted to get the smoked titanium tips, the blue tips. Unfortunately, they didn't have any. It was gonna be like around 100 extra, but either way, I just got this one and it's been fine. Don't really care about that. Next thing is the front pipe, over pipe combo. That cost me around $323.99, which is really good because if I bought them separately, it would have probably been like $500, $600 depending on the brand. I like the overpipe itself could cost around $200, so this was a good way to save, and I don't think they sell them anymore. I keep trying to go on internet to find it, I couldn't find it, and this was around 3 years ago as well, so times changed. And then the next thing for the exhaust, the Tomy unlink headers, that cost around $889, which is a lot, but at the end of the day, this is what makes my car sounds really good. That Subaru style, so that's perfect. I can't complain, but I wish it was a little bit less, but that's okay. The next thing is the Greenspeed cold air intake. That cost around $495, which was a lot, but you gotta do what you gotta do to make your car look nice and have a little bit more horsepower, but not really. Oh well. The next thing I bought was the open flash tablet tuner, which cost around $687, which is absolutely insane. This was around 3 years ago as well. For a tablet like that, I would think it would cost around 300 instead of like 700. Yeah, of course you gotta make money, right? But I wish it costed less. Like 300 would have been perfect. 700 is kind of too much for that tiny little thing that you probably only use once to tune it and that's it. But I'm trying to use it more often because I want to get the money's worth out of it, and it's pretty cool. So the next thing I bought for the car was the wheel spacers. Around 2 years ago I was using wheel spacers to pop out the wheels a little bit more, make the flush look. Unfortunately I had to take it out due to a vehicle inspection and it's too warped to put it back in, so stuck with that. So either get a new wheel that's wide enough to flush it or get new ones, which I'm not going to do anything like that, but those cost around $480, so there's like a 2 sets, so about 2 of them, both came with 2. So the next thing is the lights, the headlights. The V-line headlights cost around $566, which is really good. I thought they were going to be around $1,000 at least. There are like $1,000 headlights that like have RGB and stuff like that, but I didn't want to get that, didn't have money, so I just got this instead. This is the most popular one. Going to the Valence smoke taillights and the fourth brake light, that cost around $837. I believe all this tax is included, which makes sense because I had an invoice with the full total. Yeah, Valence cost that much. I had to wait like over 5 months, 6 months. I remember I ordered during June of 2021. I didn't get it till December of that year, so it was a lot to wait, and obviously COVID was still a thing, so that really stopped production and took a while. Same with the headers, it took me around like 5 months to get. I ordered it like before summer, so like end of May. I didn't get it till October, so yeah, production and shipping back then was not fun to wait for, so oh well. So moving on, interior, we got the carbon fiber steering wheel. That cost around $787. Jesus, that's way too much for that wheel, but it looks good and it's been done, and yeah, I have no further comments on that. Stupid expensive. The Billet Works shift knob cost around $143, which is alright. I think it's a good price, for the quality it came. It's perfect. I think it could have been obviously cheaper, but that's how it is for that. But I'm glad it wasn't much more expensive because they could be very expensive for no reason like that. Some other things for the interior that I've done was the under seat glow lights that I did. I bought 2 of them. Bought one, it worked for like a day, it broke. So I bought another one, and that one worked till winter. Obviously the cold broke it. That was like around 20 each, so $40. The next up is the phone holder. It costs around $20. I don't know why I put that as a mod. I guess it's everything I kind of spent on the car as well. Next up is the Raceline tow hook. That cost me around $575, so I bought 2. That's like $250 each plus tax. I used it for summer of 2022, but I took it off because people didn't like it, and it was a phase. I loved it, but it was a phase, when I had to go. One of them actually got stuck, so I had to take him out. I bent the whole thing so it doesn't really come on anymore, so that sucks. So the next thing is the Tiny coilovers that cost around $1,400, which is one of the cheaper options out there. I believe like a good option we got at $2,000, but this one's were good. It's working okay for me. It doesn't have a lot of adjustability, but it's enough to at least get the wheel gap off. Next thing is the lightweight pulleys, which cost me around $724 and also includes the belt. Absolutely insane. I wish I was smart enough back then to return it and get it from somewhere else, because the options for all of them were red. Send it anyway instead of telling me beforehand. So I wish I would have returned it and got it from a different brand, but it's done in that, so I can't really do much about it. No one's really looking in the hood all the time, so there's nothing special in it. So it's nice to have the functionality over the look, I guess, in that way. But again, I really hated that I didn't do anything about that. It's that stupid expensive. Next up is the white line adjustable sway bar links. It cost me $200 with the Tiny coilovers, so I could adjust it and stuff like that. The other thing I did is the rear window tints that cost around $200. A lot, but I had a professional do it, so might as well. And I get free stickers too, so didn't really complain too much. Next thing I bought for the car was the Tomei 80R titanium catback exhaust. That cost me around $2,000. That's probably the most expensive thing I've bought for this car. Absolutely insane. If you've heard how it sounds, it's the best. I love it. It's great, it's loud, and can't complain too much about it. So next thing I wrote down here is the K&N filter from 4 years ago in 2020. It was around $100. I bought that when I had the stock. When I had the stock box for the air intake, I bought that filter just for it until I got the cold air intake. Next thing is the NK EMK3 wheels. That cost me $600 to get from my friend. Now it was in pretty bad shape, so it cost me $800 to repair it and put the tires on. So in total that would be around what, $1,300, so not too bad. Still a lot, not really big fan of it. Oh well. Sorry, $1,400. I don't know if I can do math properly today. Next up is the Mazzini tires, which cost me around $550. I was just looking for the cheapest tires I could find. That's good. That's sporty enough, which was those guys. Obviously, I didn't have money because I spent $1,400 on the wheels already, and my budget was around $1,500, so I already went over that much. Next thing is the Toyo tire stickers, which are around $80. I've been on, so it's been good. Dirty now, but that's fine. It's pretty good. It's nice. Next thing is the flash tablet holder, which I have on my left side. If you've seen my videos, it's around $20 from Amazon. Not bad. Moving on to the cleaning supplies. So all that bag full of cleaning supplies you saw in my videos was around $300 plus tax, probably even more. So, but it's been lasting me for 2 years now, so which is good. And the other thing is the painting supplies. So painting the calipers around $100, and then painting the wheels probably a little bit more as well. So around $150 on that. And then that's kind of basically all the things I've bought for the car. Other things that I want to include as well, that's not really a mod, but I just kind of spent on my car, is the oil changes. So in the past 4 years of ownership, I did like 4 oil changes, so once a year. I don't drive that much, like 10,000. I checked the oil. It's been pretty good, so I'm not really changing it early because I also don't have money, but if it's bad, I change it early. But so far I've done it 4 times because I didn't drive it for the last 6-7 months, so it didn't make sense to do it. I know I should probably do more often, like 5,000. But if it was turbo, definitely 5,000, 3,000. But because it's NA and I've been checking it after 5,000, it's still pretty good. There's no point really doing it. You can come at me in the comments if you want. The next thing is the VI and the exhaust repair. So VI, vehicle inspection. When I did that, I had a lot of things wrong with it. Well, a couple of things wrong with it, which was the wheel spacers were stuck on, and I had a really bad exhaust leak on the headers, which were like making it sound like a tractor. So got that fixed. Cost you around $800 that summer, so that kind of sucked. And then that's really about it for all that. And for total, adding it up comes to a total around $15,000, a little bit more than that, obviously. So in the span of 4 years, I've spent that much money on this car for my McDonald's paycheck every time. Yeah, it's a lot of money. I could have bought a turbo kit, but then I won't look like this. So it's alright. It's alright. I would say it's still keeps its value if I ever want to sell it, which I don't. I've also did a little bit of a estimated calculation on how much fuel I spend. So if I were to fill up once a week for $70 with premium for the past 4 years, it'd be around $3 grand a year. So it'd be like 13,000, 14,000 in the span of 4 years I spent on fuel. So in total it'll be like around 30,000, probably even less or more. It's around there of how much I've spent on this car to keep it running, to look this way, to make it good, fixing it, so maintenance. So yeah, that's I would say that's the total. It's not exactly just the mods, it's kind of everything else. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of money, obviously. When you're into cars, you kind of expect that. I know people who have like a lot of money spend way more. So like it's reasonable enough for in the span of 4 years for sure. So it's not too crazy. But still, when you think about it, I could have had that much money in my pocket if I saved in the last 4 years, which is still not a lot, but you know, still, which would be pretty cool. But otherwise, I'm happy with it. I'm happy how the car came out. It's kind of my hobby. Obviously everyone has their hobbies. I also have a gaming addiction, so I spent a lot on my computer as well. So it's a money hole, if that makes sense, but it's a good one. So you know, I can't really complain, and we're all young and having fun, and we can always make money in the future. Get 3 jobs, just not fun, but you can do that. Anyways, that's it for today's video. It's probably gonna be a short one as well, but yeah, it kind of introduces more to my car and what I've done and how much money I've spent. I want to make some new videos about going out there in the streets and recording what it's like in the car community here. This year it's been dead, no car meets. All the car people who were running the car meets last year and the other years before decided they're done this year, so it's all just kind of here and there. However, there's going to be a big car show coming up in a couple of weeks from now that I'm going to go and try to get some footage off of that, maybe make a video. It's going to be an exhaust competition, a dyno, so it's going to be fun for that. So that's going to be a big video project hopefully for this month. So if you're watching, thanks again for watching. It's been fun, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.